क्या मतलब? क्लाइंट नहीं आया?
पापा, एक गेम खेलते हैं। आपको याद है जब हमने ऑनलाइन बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया था और हमें क्लाइंट्स की कितनी ज्यादा जरूरत थी और हमने डिजिटल मार्केटिंग अपनी शुरू ही की थी, राइट? उस दिन का कुछ नहीं करना, बस रिप्ले करना है, ठीक है? आप बनोगे बिजनेस ओनर और मैं बनूंगा मार्केटर, राइट? और आपको बस चिल्लाना है क्लाइंट्स आए कि नहीं, राइट? एक ही मौका है पापा मेरे पास, प्लीज शिद्दत से करना। ठीक है पापा, एक्शन।
क्लाइंट्स आए पापा, क्लाइंट्स आए पापा, क्लाइंट्स आए पापा, क्लाइंट्स आए।
सुनाई दे रहा है, मैं बहरा नहीं हूं। मार्केटिंग का बिल आया था आज, सब चला गया फेसबुक और यूट्यूब पे।
व्हाट अबाउट कंटेंट?
बहुत सेल्फीज पोस्ट की थी, यूट्यूब पे 3 वीडियोस भी डाली हफ्ते की।
और
फिर क्या, 10 व्यूज आए थे, उसमें से 5 व्यूज तो खुद के थे।
जस्ट डायल इन अपवर्क, वी मस्ट हैव गॉटन कुछ लीड्स वहां से।
आए थे, वो भी कंपेटिटर ले गए 5000 का डिस्काउंट देके।
रेफरल
नहीं आए पापा, नहीं आए, कुछ नहीं आया।
अब कौन बचाएगा हमें?
मैं बचाऊंगा पापा, आप टेंशन ना लो, मैं बचाऊंगा।
Hey you, yes you. Are you tired of running after leads to get high ticket clients for your business, much like this guy? Do you also get stressed out of burning money on marketing systems that don't work for you? Complicating your business again with 10,000 funnels, tools, softwares? And wait a minute, did you again spend your weekend 5 hours extra because you were stressed out of working on your business? Might end up in a divorce? 599 workshops, AI funnels, 299 classes, You know what? Hey you, come here. What's your name?
Bhupender Jogi.
Okay. What kind of funnel are you running right now?
I do everything. I do AI funnel, cash funnel, passion funnel. I do crypto funnel. I do black money, cash money. You ask me.
Okay. In that case, how much revenue are you making?
2 crore.
Wonderful. And your net margin, profitability?
Bhupender Jogi.
So if you want more sales, customers and people more than what your business can possibly handle, you need to listen very, very carefully. Because what I have learned after running the #1 high-ticket consulting firm for coaches, course creators and agencies and having 1,100 documented case studies, also working with people and brands like folks like these, this is not luck. This is not fortune or definitely not running after leads. It is having a consistent marketing funnel capable of turning people on the internet, strangers, into high-ticket customers.
आलू इस फनल में ऐसे जाएगा और बाहर सोना ही आएगा, पैसा ही पैसा होगा।
So if you want to know what this marketing funnel is and how we can help you implement the same, I want to explain how it really might work for you. For that, you know what? Let me sit down. Much better. So, if you need help building your own marketing funnel that is capable of producing high quality appointments for you and clients for you consistently, here's what you need to know. Uability is a training and a business consulting organization that is capable of getting you 3 key results. Result number 1, we're going to help you create a very powerful, very compelling offer that your market cannot say no to. Why do I say this? Because we have so far had the experience of producing and crafting and validating more than 1,600 high quality offers from different industries, different niches, different services, so on and so forth. We're going to sift through all of them, craft something for you that works for you, get you rolling from there. Result number 2, lead generation, right? So we're going to help you install that lead generation mechanism that can feed you more appointments than what you're probably getting and something that is much more quality driven. Now imagine for a second, one video, no other fluff, nothing else, capable of feeding you consistent high quality business for more than 1, 2, and even 4 years. Why do I say that? Because my partner and I, Rohan, did something similar for our business in 2020 when we created one very, very high powered video that ran and honestly is still running, consistently producing high quality appointments and business for my entire company. Now, this video is backed with a lot of data. That is why we're so confident we can help you create the same. What kind of data? We have so far spent more than 4 to 5 crores in ad spend on this particular video and marketing funnel that has produced more than 2 lakh leads for our business, resulting in more than 40,000 people who have booked a call with my company. Numbers speak. So we can very much show you how to do the same for your company, your business, and your service. Result number 3, very important one. More than just the offer of the marketing system, we're going to help you create your own selling process and framework that works for you, for your market, for your service. None of that old school process of sales scripts and scarcity selling and pushy way of getting people to want to buy from you. None of that stuff. We're going to help you create a very human behavior compliant selling process because we personally did more than 8 to 9,000 sales calls. After doing so, we created a selling process that works with general human behavior. No pushy stuff, no scripts needed, none of the scarcities that you usually need to get people to want to buy from you. We're going to help you create your own so you can cut out all that fluff. Now, we guarantee these 3 key results because if you follow what we say and our process, especially our marketing system, does not get you more appointments than what you're getting, you do not pay. While that being said, of course, my team and I would love to speak with you for us to see how much of it we can help you with and how much of it can apply to you. That being said, no other company in India, no other coach in India is capable of making a result-driven promise like this because nobody is operating and using this kind of a marketing system at the scale that we do. Now, how can you make such a results-driven promise? Frankly, because of a track record where people like Digital Deepak, Karthik Naidu, Swastik Nankumar, Gopal Krishnan, Team Sneh Desai, Aditi Jain, Dharneet Ran, Ankit Nirav, I can go on, and people like such amazing big brands and people trust us to help them get these results that they're looking for. And while that being said, 1,600 more clients who we have worked with in the last 5 years that will help to get amazing results for. So out of these 1,600, so far we've had approximately 1,100 documented case studies with a consistent happiness rating of more than 80% over the last 5 years. That being said, a cherry on the cake, 4.8 out of 5 Trustpilot rating. Numbers don't lie. Now, if that is all you need to hear and know, and you would love to speak to my team, book the call below, click on the link, and we would be happy to show you how this works. Again, we have no incentive to sell you some random something because that is not how we work. We would love to get to know you and your business to see how much of what we do is a great fit for you. Also, the best part, if you qualify for our done for you services, we would love to take over all the work for you, do it for you while you sip some iced tea or something, while you kick back and relax. Again, book a call below to know if we can do that for you or not. This video is exclusively for coaches, freelancers, course creators, consultants, and marketing agencies. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. For our guarantee to apply and for us to assure you results, we need to understand your business, like I said, and talk to you more about that. Now that this legal mumbo-jumbo is out of the way, time for you to understand on why whatever we said, why the system that we have created, why this works. After studying the data of more than 40,000 coaches, freelancers, consultants, and marketing agencies who applied to work with us in the last 5 years, I've come and realized some really shocking insights I would love to share with you. Insight number 1, only 1.7% of these people make more than 50 lakhs a month. Only 1.7. Let that sink in. Insight number 2, around 10.6% of these people make between 10 to 50 lakh a month. And third one, don't fall from your seat. About 76.5% make less than 3 lakhs a month. That being said, every Tom, Dick and Harry in this entire info marketing or info product industry shouting about how this industry is blowing up and growing and anything. Well, if that is the case, I have a simple question for you. Then why are these 76.5% people still struggling if that is the scenario? This primarily happens because of 3 reasons. Reason number 1, bad offer. Most of the coaches and marketing agencies and consultants and these freelancers, the biggest mistake I see them making is they go into the market without a solid marketing proposition. And they try doing marketing and sales before that. It's like trying to build a house on a foundation of sand. If you don't give your market a strong enough incentive on why should they come to you, why should they get attracted to you, what good is your marketing and sales? Doesn't really work that way. Now, what results as a consequence is that you end up attracting very unideal people. You end up charging very low, working with tire kicker clients that give you headache, that suck all your blood and sweat, and in the end, you're not even left with any kind of profitability for yourself. Don't even get me started on the unfulfilled state of mind you end up in as a business owner. What does happen if you can have a better proposition? What does happen if you can charge higher prices? You end up attracting more ideal people. They are more committed to show up to the work and do what exactly needs to be done to get the result that you're promising them. They are much more professional in understanding why what you need to do works. And more importantly, you get to achieve your income goal, your business goal, your monthly goal while working with lesser clients. So as a result, you're able to give them better quality services. Now, why are most people unable to charge high ticket? Primarily because of 3 core reasons that I have found. Number one, they go after a very unqualified target audience. Let me give you an example to explain what I'm saying. Imagine if I give you a Mona Lisa painting, the original one by Da Vinci, and you try to sell it in the Dharavi slums in Mumbai. Will anybody buy a 1-2 crore painting? Think about it, right? But wait a minute, let's make this interesting for a second. Let's say I take 1 crore out of my bank account, my personal account, and put it in the pocket of somebody living in Dharavi slums. Now will they purchase that painting? Not really. The reason being that if they have 1 crore in their bank account, they will not go and purchase a painting. They'll get a house for their family or education for their kids, stuff like that. Classic product market misfit issue, right? That's number one. And a sub point in that is what I've also seen a lot of these coaches and consultants and marketing agencies also come up with as a point is, but Pratham, if I select a very specific market, won't my niche become too narrow? That's actually a very good question. The correct answer is no. Why? Because the whole point of connecting with a solid target market, a more refined audience, is not to stay there and die there for the next 40, 50 years. It is to start with that and gradually grow the size of your audience as and when you keep kind of like making that blue pond your entire ocean and you gradually increase the size of it. When you're growing, the most important thing is to protect yourself from competitive slaps. Having a qualified target market allows you to do that while you steadily grow yourself. That brings me to the second major point, not having a concrete, unique selling proposition. Simple USP. While talking to these people in the last 5 years, the most common answer I hear when I ask, hey, why should people come to you? The answer is, oh, my quality, my case studies, my portfolio, my deliverability. All good answers, they matter. But how will a person who doesn't know you, how will they understand why this is true for them? Because isn't this what all your competitors say? Think about it. Ever heard anybody say, oh, we're the second best in the market? Second best. Who says that? Nobody, right? Similar problem. If you don't have an eye-popping quality proposition to throw in the market which would hook somebody in, how will your marketing work? How will those fancy funnels work? And brings me to the final point. More of a personal issue I've seen with a lot of people, even business owners. Imposter syndrome. Simple words, what does that mean? Oh, Pratham, I don't think I have what it takes to charge high ticket. I don't think people would or should pay me. Well, bad mindset. Don't think like that. Why is that not the right way to think? Let me put a simple example. Let's say you're a marketing agency or if you're a health coach. If you're a marketing agency, can you bring even a 10% increase in the people's revenue that you work with by using your marketing services and techniques, by getting them better leads or better branding or whatnot? If yes, if you can bring a 10% increase, it's pretty significant. You just don't know how to make it work and how to give transformational service that justifies that ticket price with that proposition. And similar example, if you're a health coach, what if you could help somebody reverse their diabetes type 3 or type 2 that saves their life, allows them to live probably 18 years extra to spend more time with their children and not die early? You really think you can put a price tag on that? So yes, you can charge high ticket. But that's not a mindset game, it's more of a process and a skill game. If you learn that, nothing can stop you. The problem I've seen and experienced in the last 5 years, a lot of these people also have this misconception that, Pratham, I want to make an impact. I should not charge high ticket. I acknowledge, but I do not accept that. Why? Let me give you a very, very different perspective on the same. Okay, think about it like this. If you're a clinic doctor, general clinic doctor, and you get, let's say, you see 20 people in a day, you, roundabout see 400 people in a month, you solve problems like fever, typhoid, stomachache, headache, whatnot. Technically, you are helping people, right? But what is the true gravity of the impact you're making? Versus, let's make this fun, let's say you're a neurosurgeon, for example. You see probably 25 people in a month. Do you do about 6-7 surgeries? What's the impact gravity now? Who is actually creating more transformational effect in the market? The clinic doctor or the neurosurgeon? You know the answer, I'm not going to say that. Similarly, I've seen a lot of coaches and even marketing agencies and even freelancers have this kind of belief that charging high equals I cannot impact, bad impact, can't do that. No, that's not how it works. Imagine, think about it. If you charge better, it's not about the money. You get more committed people who show up, who are more interested in transformation, who suffer with more painful problems. Would you want to solve viral fever for the rest of your life, or would you solve brain tumor? Now, just to show you a live example of how most coaches, consultants, marketing agencies, and even freelancers function in the real world, check this out. Digital marketing, ले लो. Website design, ले लो. SEO, ले लो. Fitness coaching, ले लो. Diet plan, खरीद लो. Keto diet, निकलवा लो. Saw that? This is how most people function. Now that you know how they do, this is why they can't charge high ticket. Now, if you want to know how do we do that, how do we help you get to that point, we have created, crafted, validated more than 1,600 offers in the last 4 to 5 years with people from various industries, sub-segments, niches, services, what have you. We're going to sift through all of that, craft one for you that works for you, and show you how to launch it in the market. And how we further do that, our fulfillment experts, our account managers in the company will personally sit down with you one-to-one. They're going to do the research with you, show you how it is done, craft the right kind of offer, show you what kind of components to include, what to delete, and we will be using a lot of our proprietary AI models that we've created in Ubility to use the data of the last 1,600 offers we've created to craft one for you that works for you. So, when you work with us, the benefits you really get to see are a couple of them. Number one, you get to enjoy better pricing, leading to better profits, leading to better peace, leading to better everything. Number two, the cost you would have to otherwise incur of getting a permanent strategy consultant on retainer, which by the way will cost you nothing less than 1.5 to 1.8 lakhs a month. I'm not saying random numbers. These are Glassdoor and consulting.com paid pay scale reviews. And number three, the most important benefit, you get to save the opportunity cost that you would incur if you tried to figure this out on your own, which is what, if you may ask? Infinite. Now, to just show you what I mean, let me just grab my laptop here very quickly and just read a couple of awesome wins from some awesome people we get to work with. Now, Rajat Prasad, from what I can see, says that niche selection is the only change he did, and what a massive change in response is what he get when he started utilizing it in his business. Sumit Kumar Vyas says differentiating my offer in a way that provides more value for the same service that he was already taking was a game changer for him. Wonderful. We also see Ramisha Rani, who was able to, after Ubility, as she says, she got a confidence to charge more, where her fee structure is 1 lakh rupees. And by the way, I remember her, she achieved this when she was charging barely 5,000 to 6,000 rupees. Going from there to 1 lakh, making these shifts, quite awesome. Also talking about slogan, remember the gentleman, awesome guy. So he says that the two things that really did a game-changing work for him was, number one, the offer was insane. And number two, thanks to Rohan and Pratham for week one, about the audience and the offer that really helped him build the faith that he can get to the grind and charge better. Number two, sales. I can get on to that later points. Fine enough. So as you can see, we can go on, so on and so forth. There are a lot of people on that to cover. Okay. So as you saw, quite a lot of these amazing people we worked with, quite a lot of amazing results. Remember, we have 1,100 of them. Of course, I can't keep going on. You get the gist, right?
Brother, don't you feel we should change the background, creating a bit more noise?
You know what? I agree with you, man. I'm craving a little purple. Now, reason number two.
Lacking a consistent and a predictable marketing system that can produce high quality appointments for you directly. Coaches and marketing agencies mostly make a lot of mistakes. The two of them I want to discuss is, number one, in terms of coaches first, the low ticket hype. What does that mean? There's this whole guerrilla process of getting somebody to a landing page, charging them 299 rupees to register, then showing up on a live webinar, then selling something for 5,000 rupees as a level 1, then again upselling them to something for 35,000 rupees as a level 2. Oh wait, there is more. And then upselling again to a level 3 at 1 lakh rupees. All of this lingo jingo work to get to that 1 lakh with so much complexity, insane amount of weeks and months that it takes with no guarantee it even happens. And worst part, with unbridled, heavy duty tech costs, software costs, and don't even get me started on the amount of money you end up burning by giving to other vendors and marketing agencies that take a huge chunk. They make their profits, everybody wins but you. Now, why is this a problem? This whole method I just walked you through. Well, simply put, that you don't understand that when you're selling somebody for 4,000 rupees, for example, they are not always the same audience that is the best fit for your 1 lakh rupee product. Rooting back to the problem number 1 I stated, going after an unqualified market, having a poor offer that destroys your ability to get a good lead. Imagine this, for simplicity, cutting all the fluff. Imagine you get a person in front of you who tells you that I've saved up for 3 years to buy a Maruti Suzuki Baleno. That costs like 7 lakh rupees. And you're like, great. But how about I have this BMW of 90 lakhs? It should be a great fit for you. You should buy this. What do you think is going to happen? See the problem now? This is what happens in these low ticket hypes. You somehow get people to your level 1 and think about this. If it works so great, why are the conversion rates so poor from people who buy a level 1 to level 3? Market standards, sharing real data with you, it is less than 6 to 7%. 6%. Meaning if you get 100 people to buy your level 1 of 5,000 rupees, only statistically 4 to 5 of them will go and buy your highest ticket product. And that also with months and months of time that you have to elapse, in humongous tech costs like I told you have to incur, and a lot of spend you'll have to do on marketing agencies to get to that point first. Doesn't really make sense, right? There's a better way out there. Marketing agencies and freelancers, mistake number 2 that pertains to them. They rely so much on bidding platforms, on Upworks and Fiverr, on third-party platforms, on just relying on cold outreach, cold calling sometimes, and worse that I've seen, only relying on referrals. Imagine this if you're a marketing agency selling people lead generation or marketing services and relying on referrals to get clients for yourself. See the problem? In a context, would you take fitness training from a fitness trainer who's fat? Would you take investment advice from somebody who is financially broke but telling you how to make money? So if you wouldn't do that, would you, as a sophisticated buyer, as a quality business owner, would you want to pay a marketing agency that is promising you the leads in the world but does not do marketing for their own self? Would you get confidence? Would you get certainty? Not really. And to top it off, the content marketing mistake is what I like to call it. What does that mean? All these marketing agencies, sometimes even coaches, a lot of them that do that, engage their limited resources and time into creating Alex Hormozi type podcast and becoming an influencer and making 1800 reels and 2000 vada pavs and 1 million things for themselves, only to see, is there a lead coming? Again, not saying these things don't work, but these things don't provide you consistent daily business today. These are branding efforts that make sense in the long run. Whatever efforts you do today will give you the result probably after 3-4 years, realistically. But can we wait for 3-4 years to make money? Can you?
So now, enough problems. Solution, what to do? Imagine recording one video that makes you multiple crores over multiple months and years without changing, by feeding you consistent high quality appointment directly in your calendar 24/7 without your involvement. This is something that we did for ourselves back in 2020, where this one video produced more than multiple crores in revenue for us without changing a single thing, without me doing multiple things on that video and tinkering with it. And this is exactly what we aim to help you design and feed for yourself. This system that I'm talking about, this is called a VSL funnel. It is the most efficient and the most fast performing marketing system to get consistent high quality appointments. Now, you must be wondering, what is a VSL funnel? A VSL stands for Video Sales Letter. In simple language, it is one crisp video designed in such a manner that it shows your market why you're the best thing for them, why what they've been doing has not been the right thing, why they're going to get the best results with you, why a product is the best fit, and why now is the right time, in simple language. So what it really does, it basically installs the right beliefs in your market in a very short span of time, and it removes all existing beliefs that could prevent them from consuming your service and your product. It is done in a very art-based, literally science-driven manner. That's why it took us 6+ years to figure it out, do it for ourselves, and do it with 1,600 more clients. Now you must be wondering, like, this is all great in verbal and words. How does it really look like in visual? Let me walk you through that. If you can see my screen, like on a very zoomed out view, this is what the entire marketing funnel that we designed looks like, the VSL funnel. Let me break it down chunk by chunk for you so it makes much more sense. First of all, what you need is a traffic source. A traffic source, and where do you get leads from? Of course, this is where we help you set up the ads and processes in such a way that you get consistent high quality traffic from Meta ads, Facebook, Instagram. You get them from YouTube ads, even organically. We use a combination of both. Relying on just one channel is never a great marketing strategy. Now, assuming just for example purposes, so mathematically it is clear, let's say you get 1,000 clicks from the traffic source, from somebody seeing your ad, doesn't matter where they see it from, towards clicking on your ad. Let's say you get 1,000 clicks, average cost per click would be 20 rupees, for example purposes. Now, you have the traffic. They got to go somewhere, right? You lead that traffic onto a landing page, something that you can see on my screen like this. This is where they fill their information, their initial opt-in information that allows you to get the data from them. And more importantly, they officially become from a click to a lead. Average maths would be, let's say out of those 1,000 clicks, you get approximately 200, 220 leads, or an average lead cost of around, let's say, 100 rupees, right? Now that you have gotten them from the click to the lead stage, they're still a lead. You got to go again, get them somewhere, right? Now that lead goes into the third stage of the funnel, which is where the VSL comes in, the video sales letter. The video that we help you craft, that fed us multiple crores. And before I can proceed with anything else, let me make it abundantly clear as a very confident claim that nobody in this country, coach or agency, has the experience, data, and bandwidth to have run this funnel at the scale that we have run. And just to remind you guys what scale I'm talking about, the scale of spending more than 4 to 5 crores on ad spend on this particular video funnel that produce more than 2-3 lakh leads, giving us more than 40,000+ appointments. Nobody has these stats, hence the experience and data. Through that, this is where the lead goes to now, to your VSL video, where on an average, let's say you get about 200 of those leads and viewers, average viewer cost would be 100 rupees. That is when they go towards the third stage of the entire funnel, which I like to call as the filtration stage, the sequencing stage, where they go to a form where we help you design a system that allows you to filter the leads that come to you and only focus on the most qualified ones to make sure they enter your calendar. Again, just because you get leads, not every lead is a high ticket lead. Not every lead is the most perfect lead. You have to still sequence and filter the ones that are the best fit for you. There's a way to do that. More on that later. So let's say out of those 200 leads and viewers, on an average, let's say you get 20-25 applications. That means appointments. Average cost per appointment that you will be serving upon will be, let's say, 1,000 rupees per appointment. Now that happens, this is where you have that one-on-one call. Remember the third thing I told you with the bad offer that we help you fix, the marketing system, and the sales process. Again, more on that later. This is where that call happens, where we show you how to convert them. Now, on an average, of course, if you get 20 people who book a call in real life, not everybody shows up. That's unrealistic. Let's say out of 20, 14 to 15 people show up, making your average cost per application, the appointment, at around 1,400 to 1,500 rupees. So that means you basically spend 1,500 rupees out of your pocket to talk to somebody on a one-on-one call in simple language. And now that happens, let's say worst case, even though frankly in our experience, our conversion process, our sales process can allow you to do much more than this. Worst case, you convert only 2 people out of those 14, 15 people, just 2, realistically scenario. This is how you get a cost per acquisition of just 10,000 rupees per client. And for example, let's say you're spending approximately 3,000 to 18,000 rupees in acquiring a customer, the final amount you pay from the funnel. And let's not even go that high ticket. Let's say you're charging only, 40 to 50,000 rupees, for example. And you get a cost of acquiring that person of, let's say, 12,000 rupees. Or that 10,000 rupees in this example. Acquiring a customer for 50,000 by paying 10,000 rupees, that is a 5x return. Think about that again. You spend 1 rupee and something in the world out there makes you 5 rupees back. Pretty awesome, right? And this is without complexity, without overload of tech, and without you spending lakhs and lakhs with other marketing agencies in their fee.
just through a system that on pure automation can do this for you. Fancy, right? Now, there are a lot of misconceptions when it comes to building a VSL funnel. Let me clear some of them for you. There's a misconception that I see that people say that Pratham, I don't want to do one-on-one calls. It's too much. They're not scalable. I don't need to do that. Let me just do like mass selling. Frankly, you could, but then the same problem I told you about, right? The hype, the webinar system, the issues with that. And this is a misconception. One-on-ones, in fact, contrary to popular belief, are the most scalable. Why do I say so? Do you know, I'm pretty sure you guys will, of a company called as McKinsey, Deloitte? Pretty famous companies, right? Have you seen them selling on a webinar? Their consulting services and whatever these guys do? Not really. Why? Because webinars are not scalable. Because when you are the person doing the webinar, you bottleneck your business. What that means is if you are not on the webinar, nobody will buy. If you don't show your face in ads, people don't connect with you. If you don't show up, business is dead. Isn't that the opposite of what a business looks like? If you are the only one running and if you leaving will kind of like bring your cash flow down to zero. However, in one-on-one calls, again, to give clarity, you start with that as a coach or a marketing agency owner or a freelancer. But again, the goal is not to make you do sales calls every day, 8 times a day for the rest 30 years of your life. That's not what it's for. It is to start with that. So you as a business owner know how to sell your own product and service. Once you do that, it in fact is the most scalable because you end up hiring qualitative talent and salespeople who can do the selling for you in the future. That same sales process gets downloaded into different individuals who do it for you. That way, it is infinitely scalable. One sales guy taking, let's say, 5 calls a day, working even Monday to Friday, that's 22 days a month, can do 100 to 110 calls in a month. Even if they convert just 15% for you, you end up getting 15 conversions every month from hiring one person. So one person you end up hiring, it's like 15 more units of business that are adding to your entire revenue. And that way is infinitely scalable. You can look at any big company, Deloitte, McKinsey, PricewaterhouseCoopers, Unacademy, Byju's. They still sell through sales processes, one-on-one sales calls, because high ticket cannot be done without that. And in fact, it is the most scalable, allowing you to leave your business after one point. Misconception number 2, I have anxiety over content creation. Great, we have it too, to be very honest. What that means is that, like I mentioned, one video, remember, that runs for months and months, if not years, that feeds you consistent business. How would I tell you that you need to design one video that takes just couple of days, maximum 20-30 minutes of the entire thing, that feeds you the whole appointment flow, end in and end out, without you creating multiple reels, posting on video 5 times a day, going live on podcast, and then hoping somebody sees you for visibility. Like I said, they're not really for daily business. So you don't have to become a content creation enigma to start getting leads for yourself. One video will feed and do all the work. That's where we show you how to do it. Misconception number 3, tech. That Pratham, this might sound clunky. I don't want to be involved in tech. I'm not a technically sound person, blah, 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 blah. Fair enough. Honestly, even I don't prefer that much overwhelm in my own business of tech. So how about I tell you that the system that we have designed is literally a one-click import. You don't have to do the manufacturing, the pre-coding, post-coding, the blah, 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 blah. We've already done that. And to be very frank, we keep doing it. That's how we keep making our process even more watertight going forward in the future. So the winning stuff is what we help you implement. You don't have to build anything, to be very clear. You don't have to code anything. You don't have to be a tech wizard. And just for real-time clarity, and I'm not joking, we had an amazing client that we worked with, and honestly, it was a privilege to work with somebody like that. She was our eldest client at some point. Her name is Maksuda. We worked with her about, I don't remember, probably a year and a half back, I believe. She is 70 plus years old. 70 years old lady. Imagine. And for her, it took her only less than 15 days at her speed and pace, along with her help, to implement this entire funnel. So if somebody like that can do it, if you're asking yourself, oh, but I'm not good at tech, don't worry. You don't need to be. One-click imports. And if a 70-year-old person, an awesome person like Maksuda can do it, anybody can. Now, what is the core benefit that you will get after working with Uability and taking our systems and our help? Number 1, we help you install your own marketing system, the one that I just spoke about since all this while.
that stays within your control, produces consistent high quality leads for you. And the best part that I did not mention yet, we help you acquire your first 1 or 2 clients without spending a single rupee on ads, completely through organic marketing mediums that we teach you. This gives you 2-point benefits. Number 1, you get your first client without spending a single rupee. That's great because you get that cash flow to put it into ads then. So that doesn't come out of your pocket, it comes out of your first closures that you get. And secondly, which I think is more vital, you acquire proper proof of concept of that offer that we help you craft from your market live. So there's no guesswork involved. Eliminated. Benefit number 2, we basically save you the cost and the headache of purchasing absolutely garbage quality data you would otherwise do from third-party platforms. I won't say the names, but they're third party. So they don't exactly feed you the best leads in business, saving you the cost of both time, energy, and financial resources from there. Benefit number 3, saving you the further cost of hiring a web developer, agency, or a freelancer. Oh, my bad. Actually, I didn't mention that. Let me talk about it now. You don't even need to hire a web development agency to help you with the landing page construction and all that fancy lingo jingo. Like I was mentioning, all covered. One-click import, we got that under control. You don't need to do anything. You need to apply your brains, because generally hiring a website designer, even if you're getting a freelancer, a good one at least, to get a good website will cost you at least 50 to 60,000 rupees minimum, if not anything. Saved. Benefit number 4, we save you the headache, the back and forth, the humongous cost of hiring a marketing agency, because you will have the system working on almost complete automation, feeding your calendar with high quality people. Speaking of which, now what does a core result look like through these benefits? Number 1, you have your own system of marketing that produces high quality people for you end to end with minimum involvement of yours. Benefit number 2, allows you to track your marketing effectively so you know every penny where it is going. Imagine this, you run 6 ads, you get 1 sale, you don't know where that sale is from, which ad produced that. You end up burning your valuable resources into incorrect ads that are not producing quality, and you don't even spend that much more money on the one that is producing quality. We have a tracking mechanism that we help you build in the marketing system that allows you to do that very same effectively. And through which you end up squeezing maximum juice out of the leads that you get, and you crush your competition by producing really high ROI on the front, where you can expect a very healthy 3, 4, 5, even 6x return depending on market to market and offer to offer. So you're very profitable from day one, from scratch. We make you into an absolute advertising ninja as a business owner, which later on you can hire in-house teams to help you take over that marketing for. So end of the day, you get the control of both the system and the talent within your hands. Best thing ever. So that way you get all our resources, our winning swipe files, our 5 years worth of winning data from the 1600 offers we created from 15, 20 plus industries we have worked in on your platter. And I mentioned this in the start of the call, just to give a quick reminder, in Viewability, we do have a done for you service segment where we do literal all the build up for you in terms of marketing end to end. However, it is very custom. It's not exactly something we give to everybody in the market. So we would have to assess your business and see if that's even a great fit for you, for which you will be great if we can book a call and talk to us. We have that segment too. Later on to that after some time. Now, reason number 3 why a lot of these coaches, agencies, and even freelancers and consultants struggle to scale: no sales process and no conversion mechanism. The biggest mistakes I've seen a lot of these guys make in the last 5 years of working with them is, well, a couple of them. Let me just crisp it for you. Mistake number 1, outdated selling strategies. Reason number 2, outsourcing sales too soon or too late. And reason number 3, a very important one, sales is unethical. Let me cover each of them one at a time. Now, when I say outdated selling strategies, this, by the way, applies for both agencies and even you webinar people. Let me get to that, what I mean. The problem is that consumers have evolved, right? So they are not the same as they were in 1980s and 1970s. Why am I using this 1980, 1970? Because the sales processes that a lot of agencies and a lot of people who are even coaches or consultants use in today's time are derived and made in that era. Not even kidding. So it worked great, by the way, for that time. People have evolved dramatically. It doesn't work like that anymore. All this pressure, tactics, fake scarcity timers, using bonus after bonus or some magical stuff like a unicorn to get people to want to buy, it just does not work that way anymore. A grandmother can smell a sales pitch coming 10 kilometers away. What happens next? You know what happens next, right? So, and this, by the way, also applies for you webinar people, like I said, where you're still using those old Russell Brunson technology of sales to try to get people to want to buy from you. Again, it used to work great. It just does not work anymore. Those snake oil selling techniques, I'll talk more about that. Now, that brings me to point number 2. Outsourcing too soon or too late. One of my clients came and told me a long time back, and then I saw that problem popping everywhere with a lot of people, is Pratham, why do I have to learn sales? Why can't I just outsource that or hire somebody else to do it? Well, let me tell you why is that a problem with a simple example. Let's say you've graduated out of Indian Military Academy, you just become a lieutenant, and your, regiment head comes and tells you, hey, you know what? Congratulations on becoming a lieutenant. There you go. 20 more lieutenants. Make something out of them. Could you do it? Do you even know what to do? Not really, because you can't be a major in an army before becoming the lieutenant. Very similar process. Even if you hire a person to do your selling for you, before even you understand how to sell your product, how will you know how to guide them? How will you know when they're making mistakes, what they're making mistakes for? When they do make mistakes, how to correct them? You won't know that. And as a result, you'll keep burning your valuable resources, your leads, your time, your money, eventually leading to shutdown of your business. Big mistake, right? So just to give you 3 quick facts, just to cement what I'm saying. Fact 1, my partner Rohan, whose primary skill set is not sales, personally did more than 500 to 1,000 sales calls before he gave the lead to me and other people in my team. Why was that the case? Because if he did not know how to do sales, how would he have created the best sales engine on this planet? Fact 2. Hey, I'm really loving this fact the thing. Look. All right, anyway. Fact 2. I personally could not have hired the best sales rep I wanted and then the best sales team I wanted if I did not know what to even look out for. And fact 3. The most important thing, when you outsource sales too early. If you do not get out of your creating zone, you don't talk to your market as a business owner, you will never be able to design your marketing and your products so good that it will last you for a lifetime. Following these 3 facts is the reason you should not outsource sales too soon. And conversely, too late is also a bad idea, because if you keep doing that, who's going to scale the business? You can't do everything on your own. There comes a stage and a time where you need to learn and also understand how to start getting those talent people in. I never said that getting sales teams are a bad idea, but it is bad when you yourself don't know how to sell your own product. When you do, let's scale. Coming to point number 3. Again, more of a mental thing I see. Pratham, sales is unethical. I don't feel right. Selling is bad. A lot of people still possess this belief. I'll be very honest, I don't blame you. Because the way sales has been done, it kind of like feels that way. Like whenever you hear sales, I'm pretty sure I'm right here. You immediately, for some reason, imagine some person from ICICI trying to sell you a credit card. And you want to just get away from them. That's what happens when you hear sales equals, oh man, not really. So that's the way, because the selling has been done. Selling is not unethical if you know how to do it the right way. If you stop being salesy, if you stop being pushy, if you stop trying to manipulate people to want to buy a product or use techniques to get them to buy, it internally feels wrong, right? Because the way it is done is wrong, not the activity is wrong. There's a better method to do it, which we can help you with. After having done more than 10,000 sales calls, out of which 6,000 of them I did personally, rest come from my team, we have designed a selling process that is a human behavior compliant process. Imagine if you can get someone to self-persuade themselves with no pitching, no hard selling, no scripts, no Uncle Sam closing techniques. You just get them to self-persuade themselves on why you're the best thing, why is your offer different for them, and why now is the right time. Because if they can answer these 3 questions, you have a sold person on your hands. If you can get that ability, what would that mean for you? So after having done all these calls, me and my team have designed a selling framework that we call as a dialogue-based advisory selling process that allows you to get the behavioral flexibility to modify your process on the go. No scripts, nothing. If I can teach you the ability to think, you can't go wrong. But if I keep giving you algorithms, you'll rote learn it like a U-like paper for mathematics for the board exams, something like that. Right. And this selling framework, by the way, works for both B2C and B2B because I've personally used it for my own company. And a lot of my clients use that to not just sell a consumer market, but a direct entity corporate market as well for multi-lakh deals. Human behavior compliant. Now, that being said, this process I created, not to throw fancy rocket words at you, but just so you have an understanding, I created this system called as SLOSHT. It's an acronym, by the way. It stands for setting the frame, labeling the situation, overviewing the negatives and positive, selling the lottery, helping them de-objectify, enforcing the decision, demystifying the price. Think of it this way. If I can, like, what do you do the Google Maps thing for your GPS thing? Because you want to get the fastest route to avoid traffic to get your destination, right? Sloshed is going to be your personal GPS that my team and I will sit down with you and help you modify for your market, your service, your offer that shows you the fastest, cleanest route to get to your destination. In this case, destination being, right? So, that being said, I want you guys to witness kind of like a live scenario on whatever I just said on how people sell and why is that a problem. Check out this quick clip to get a better understanding of the same.
तेरी एप्लीकेशन में यहाँ लिखा है कि तू सेल्स में बहुत अच्छा है।
एब्सोल्युटली सर।
एक काम कर, ये पेन बेच के दिखा।
ओके ओके सर। सर ये जो पेन है ना सर, ये सर फीचर 1 फीचर 2 फीचर 3 इस पेन में है सर। वो फीचर 1 से बेनिफिट 2 बेनिफिट 3 से फीचर 1 से बेनिफिट 3 और सर बेनिफिट 3 से ना बेनिफिट 4 में निकल जाता है। और सर ये पेन ना कहीं जिंदगी में नहीं मिलेगा। इस पेन में ऐसी काबिलियत है कि आप, मैं पता सर, आप ना ग्रेविटी पे पहुंच जाओगे सर। और सर बहुत अच्छा पेन है। एंड सर ये पेन ना दुनिया का एक और आखिरी पेन है। इसमें सर एक टाइमर लगा हुआ है 5 मिनट का, अभी खरीदना पड़ेगा वरना ये पेन की जो काबिलियत है ना सर वो निकल नहीं पाएगी। सो सर प्रेशर टैक्टिक और सर एक टैक्टिक और एक प्रेशर, आखिरी पेन सर, ठीक है।
तू बेचेगा है टिकट? किसको ले आते हो यहां?
समझा? I'm stunned.
So that was a live scenario. It really works like that. Now that you've witnessed it, what is the real benefit if you use this kind of a conversion mechanism of what just I talked about, and what and how it really works if you can have a better way of selling people? First of all, well, increasing your conversion rate, well, duh. But now let me show you the true magnitude of that impact. People kind of like don't really understand that. Let's say you get 100 leads a month. For example, you talk to 100 people, right? Number one. Number two, your conversion rate is, let's say 7%. So you convert 7 out of those 100 people. Let's say your ticket price is a lakh, for example. So you end up making 7 lakhs, right? Sounds good. Let's not go overboard. Let's just say with the selling process, I help you and my team helps you learn, implement and design. Your conversion rate goes from 7 to just 14%. Doesn't sound like a huge jump, like a big deal, right? Hey, but it is. It is. Because you just doubled your business. Now instead of 7, you are selling and converting 14 of those 100 people. At a ticket price of a lakh, in this example, you end up selling 14 of them at 14 lakhs. You went from 7 lakhs to 14 lakhs of revenue, cash collected production. Twice your business just by making this one needle move, by this one switch. Imagine what you can do if you start implementing at a much more intensive level. And most important of the benefit, you save the headache and the cost of hiring expansive sales teams, managers to manage them, expensive training processes for them, and then management things and blah and blah and blah. I can go on and on. They're pretty freaking costly. You can go and check right now if you want how much does an average sales manager, sales team, and a sales training for them cost. You save all of them. And the most important one, which I keep saying time and again, the opportunity cost. What will it cost you to not learn the right way of selling people and leaving deals and money on the table? Infinite. Pretty sure you don't want that, right? Just to show you how the sales process that we have designed has really helped our clients skyrocket ahead in their conversions. Back to my screen, just showing you a quick couple of examples. So if you can see my screen, this gentleman, his name is Saktivel. He's one of the only guerrilla marketeers of India. If you don't know what guerrilla marketing is, Google it. I'm not going to cover it in this video. And he's one of the only ones who's brilliant at it. So he helps his market. He's both a consultant as well as a coach. So as you can see, he got 25 closures out of the target that he had set when he came in with us, which is around 100. He got 24 conversions in a single day plus 10 commitments, all using the Slosh process and framework that we helped him design. That's number one. Number two, you can see on my screen somebody called as Kripa Dharmraj. She's from Chennai and she's a prolific fitness coach, one of the best in her field. And she was in fact Mrs. India Global as well in 2022. Serves great for Katie. So as you can see, she got more than 57 closures at a ticket price of 50K going forward in her business using Slosh the way we helped her design and help her execute that. On more of the same, we have Bhupendra Pal Singh, as you can see on my screen. absolute thorough gentleman and a great wellness expert. I'm not kidding. Sometimes it's difficult to believe. Frankly, it was for me too. But this is the strength of high quality guidance and systems. As you can see on my screen, Bhupendra closed more than 100 closures. These are not 100 leads he got. These are 100 clients he closed, right? Over a span of more than 4 months, he worked with us. As you can see, he has achieved 100 closing on 24th June. He joined us in that time 4 months back. Now, after watching this video, you have two options. Option number one, figure it out on your own and do it on your own and risk incurring all those costs that we covered in this video together, and even the opportunity cost of those hit and trials, which was, I guess, infinite. Or option number two is we can work together and figure out a strategy and a process that works for you and helps you grow going forward in your business. If you're the ones who go forward with option number two and that seems more practical to you, I would advise you to book a call to talk to me and my team, and let's plan a way on how we can help you implement all these systems. There'll be a link below. Click on the very same thing. Just a quick insight on what exactly should you expect from this call. What's going to happen? Very simply put, this will be a completely private, not some webinar blasted thing. It'll be a private one-on-one call that my team and I will do with you, where we will talk to you, assess your business, and come up with a custom strategy and plan that works for you. I repeat myself, we do not have run-of-the-mill solutions here. There is no copy-paste programs and levels and bundles. We don't do this. We are a training and education consultancy firm. We come up with solutions that work for our clients independently. Exactly what we're going to do on this call. And just for clarity, the insights and the game plan itself we give away on this call to you is worth more than most of the courses that you spend and invest in the market. Number one. Number two, repeating myself, who is this for and who is this not for? If you are a coach, you are a consultant, and you're a marketing agency owner or even a freelancer, this process is built for you. Legit. Who is this not for? If you're a beginner, you absolutely have no idea what you're good at, what you want to start, you're just in the absolute starting phase of something, this is not for you. Please don't waste your time. Conserve it. So just to give you a quick glimpse on what does like a average pathway looks like when somebody works with us, I want to divert attention to my screen. And again, this is still going to be pretty customized based on your individual challenges or needs. So we have designed a 90-day pathway that is divided into two core phases that I'll just walk you through very quickly. And this is the 90-day pathway that we work with most clients to solve the three core problems and takeaways that we talked about on this video. If you can see my screen, the phase one mostly contains the offer structurization part to help you stand out from this fishing market and understand how to start charging better prices for your services. Along with that, we also help you design your sales process in the phase one itself, so you have all the guns, ammunition ready to go before you start entering the battlefield, before you do lead generation. So it starts with an onboarding call where we get you rolling. It's a SOP driven call. We help you understand what to start with, what not to do, what to do, all that nada. And then we go towards the offer structure creation and the sales process definement. That's what we cover in phase one. Then comes phase two within that 90-day pathway. Phase two is everything regarding the fun stuff, the money-making stuff, the lead generation activities that allow you to start getting appointments. So the marketing system that you spoke about, the VSL funnel, exactly is what we help you implement in the phase two. Starting with organic, the goal is to help you get your first conversion or at least first two conversions without you spending a lot of money on ads. So you get the cash flow as well to put that into ads, and you get the proof of concept on what your offer is looking like, what works, what doesn't with your market. So there will be no guesswork when you start going into ads. So as you can see my screen, it starts with the proof of concept stage, goes up till the funnel development. Then we start, after you getting some 1 or 2 organic closures, go into ad launches and ad creations to automate the entire marketing flow. This comes within, on an average, the 90-day pathway, depending on each business. Now, that being said, I mentioned we work in 2 to 3 phases. There is a third phase as well that goes beyond the 90 days. This is not something that is a done and dusted thing for everybody who comes in. This is specifically built for businesses who have these kind of challenges, and or if anybody who works with us in the initial 90 days gets good results, and if we feel this is something that is really beneficial for them and they also would love to get that kind of help, we cover this part very well too. What is that part? Phase 3 is where we help you acquire, source the right kind of talent to help you run your business without your involvement and start taking over from you, and how can you manage the whole thing end to end. I'm not going to go into a lot of details with this because it's a very, very advanced part and it's a very custom oriented thing. Again, this goes beyond the 90-day pathway. Just to give you a clarity point, we do this too. Now, that being said, if any of this, what I covered in this video, made a lot of sense to you, I would highly encourage you to click on the link below and book a call. And crucially saying again, this is not a call to sell you something and pitch you some run-of-the-mill recorded stuff and then get you to close on something. This is not what we do here. This is a legitimate strategy call, but the goal is to understand you first and you also understand us and see how we can best work with you and what parts of our workflow would apply to you the best way. So there's nothing for you to lose. And worst case, once come short, you still have a proper game plan you can walk away with from this call, if not anything else. Click on the link below, book a call with my team and I would be super stoked and excited to speak to you.